Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now. If you're a Steelers fan, you know that every offseason brings its share of rumors and whispers, but few stir the pot quite like the latest buzz swirling around the NFL. And trust me, this one is a real game changer. Word on the street from some pretty solid sources suggests that the Kansas City Chiefs are considering one of the biggest trades in recent NFL history, sending Patrick Mahomes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't just some idle speculation. It's a blockbuster deal that has the potential to shake up the entire league, especially the AFC North. Let's back up a bit and break down what this rumor entails, because it's not just about swapping a star quarterback. It's about strategic moves, cap space, rebuilding phases, and a franchise's desire to stay competitive at the highest level. According to reports, the Chiefs are eyeing a rebuild after a somewhat disappointing 2025 season where they finished 8-9, a record that's not typical for a team of their caliber. The idea is to part ways with Mahomes, the franchise's cornerstone, in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a second-round pick in 2027. These picks could be instrumental for Kansas City as they try to reload with young talent, especially on the offensive line and in the draft. Now, let's take a closer look at Mahomes himself. The guy is a football maestro, a true generational talent. At 30 years old, he's still in his prime, and his stats in 2025 speak volumes. He threw for over 500 yards, connecting on 22 touchdowns against 11 interceptions, with a completion percentage of 62.7%. His PFF passing grade hovers around 77, which is solid, but what really sets him apart is his mobility and ability to extend plays. His rush grade is an impressive 86.7, and he's added over 450 rushing yards to his career total, making him comparable to some of the best mobile quarterbacks in the league, like Lamar Jackson, in terms of EPA per rush. In fact, Mahomes' overall PFF grade of 85.4 places him comfortably in the top echelon of quarterbacks in the NFL. Despite a minor ankle injury in Week 8 of 2025 that caused him to miss one game, Mahomes showed resilience and leadership, leading 4 comeback victories during the season. His yards per attempt, 7.2, combined with 200 yards after the catch, YAC, generated, highlight his ability to make big plays happen not just through the air but also after the catch. His red zone efficiency with a QB rating of 91.2 is another proof of his clutch ability. Now on the other side of the coin, Kansas City is facing some serious cap issues. With a cap hit of around $66, $3 million for Mahomes, the Chiefs are allocating a significant chunk of their salary cap to their star QB. They've already restructured contracts to free up roughly $49 million for 2025, but are projecting a deficit for 2026, which makes a rebuild not just likely but almost inevitable. The defense, which allowed 26 points per game last season, is also part of their cap crunch, with about 63% of their cap allocated to just 5 players. Moving Mahomes could be a strategic move to free up space for younger players and rebuild that side of the ball. In comparison, the Steelers are sitting pretty with around $60 million in cap space projected for 2026. They are actively seeking an elite quarterback, and Mahomes would be a perfect fit to elevate their offense, which struggled to find consistency in 2025, averaging just 18.2 points per game. Pittsburgh's passing game needs a spark, and Mahomes could bring that instant upgrade. Imagine him under center with George Pickens stretching the field and Najee Harris benefiting from defenses having to respect the deep ball. This could be the missing piece to turn a talented but inconsistent offense into one of the league's most dangerous units. And let's not forget the impact Mahomes could have on the Steelers' defense. With a top 3 unit in PFF grades at 92.1, Pittsburgh's defense has been stellar, especially in their pass rush led by T.J. Watt, who racked up 14 sacks last season. Adding Mahomes would mean the defense can play more aggressively, knowing they have a QB capable of making plays under pressure. Mahomes' quick release and decision-making would help reduce sacks, which was a problem last season, cutting down from 45 to around 30 with his ability to avoid pressure and extend plays. From an offensive standpoint, Mahomes could dramatically boost the Steelers' efficiency. His presence would likely increase EPA per pass by about 20%, transforming their offense into a much more explosive unit. This would elevate players like George Pickens, who could realistically push for 500 receiving yards with Mahomes throwing him the ball. Najee Harris would also see a boost in his rushing yards, going from 4.2 yards per carry to around 5.0, thanks to the extra space and attention defenses would have to give to Mahomes' arm. In terms of big plays and clutch moments, Mahomes' track record is unmatched. His ability to perform in the playoffs and in high-pressure situations is legendary. In 2025, he led 4 game-winning drives, and his experience in crunch time is invaluable. His presence could propel the Steelers into the Super Bowl picture, especially considering how his style of play fits perfectly with Pittsburgh's physical, aggressive identity. His quick release and ability to scramble out of trouble would complement the Steelers' pass rush, creating mismatches and offensive opportunities that other teams simply can't defend. Furthermore, the potential impact on the AFC North is huge. With Mahomes, Pittsburgh instantly becomes a contender, boosting their Super Bowl odds significantly, going from around +10-0 to +3-0, making them serious contenders in the AFC. With defenses that allowed just 17 points per game in 2025, the Steelers would have a top-tier defense backing a dynamic, mobile quarterback who can thrive in cold-weather playoff conditions, where mobility and quick decision-making are often the difference-makers. A Mahomes-led Steelers team would be a nightmare for defenses, especially in late-season and playoff scenarios, where he's proven to excel. Now, it's important to consider the bigger picture. The trade, if it happens, isn't just about adding a superstar. It's about setting a new tone for the franchise, signaling a shift towards a dynasty era. Pittsburgh has historically been a team that builds around strong defense and a smart, capable quarterback. Bringing Mahomes into the fold could redefine what the Steelers are capable of in the coming years. With Mahomes at the helm, the Steelers would be looking at multiple Super Bowl opportunities, and he could be the franchise's next legendary figure, much like Brady was for New England or Manning for Indianapolis. Of course, such a trade would come with its challenges. The Chiefs are known for their shrewd management, and convincing them to part ways with Mahomes would be no small feat. The Steelers would have to offer a package that appeals to Kansas City's rebuild mindset, including high-value picks and potentially some key players. But given the potential upside, it's a gamble worth considering. The NFL is a league where bold moves often define eras, and this could be just that, a bold move to reimagine the Steelers' future. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe Mahomes could be the missing puzzle piece for a new Steelers dynasty? Would you be willing to see some of our future draft picks go in exchange for a chance at greatness? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Steelers news, because when it comes to our team, we're always on the edge of the next big thing. Remember, football isn't just a game, it's a passion that unites us all. And if this trade happens, or even if it's just a wild rumor, it shows how unpredictable and exciting the NFL can be. No matter what, the Steelers are always aiming for greatness, and with a player like Mahomes potentially in our backfield, the future looks brighter than ever. Let's keep the faith, stay loud at Heinz Field, and keep dreaming big, because the next chapter of Steelers football might just be about to write itself.